How would you like to increase your profits from Forex as easily as watching TV? The problem with trading is there's too much to think about, and in a very short space of time. And by the time you've thought about it, you've either taken a bad trade or you've missed your opportunity. How familiar does that sound? Well, over the next few minutes, I'm going to show you and tell you about something I've discovered that will make it so you can identify good and bad trading opportunities instantly, replacing that anxiety with confidence. Having a losing trade here and there is just part of the game. It's going to happen. But if those losers occur often enough, and if those losers are big enough, it can set you back years. One of the very first things that my Forex mentor taught me was this: the money you lose is harder to get back. Why is it that you often look back on a losing trade and you see a sign that tells you shouldn't have placed it, and you wonder why you didn't see it at the time? It's because you had so many things to think about at the same time. And it's not like you make the same mistake either. You make a different mistake each time, making it seem like an impossible problem. So you lose money. Or you make money, but you give too much of it back on the losing trades. If we could just find a way to eliminate these mistakes, then we reduce our losses significantly, leaving more profits for us to enjoy. Meet the Forex Brain Trainer, a product that will change the way you look at charts so significantly it'll be hard to remember how you saw them before. So here's the deal. If we look at the basics of trading for a second, there's only three ways price can really go. It can go up, it can go down, or it can go sideways. And our goal as traders is to predict what will happen next so we can make a profit. And we accomplish this through technical analysis. We use software, it makes calculations, and it indicates to us what's likely to happen next. And most successful traders have a trading system they just repeatedly use over and over again to generate consistent profits. The theory is all you have to do is follow the trading system and you will make money. So why are so few successful? Well, because in the heat of the moment there's just too much to think about. And by the time you're sure, the opportunity has passed or you've taken a bad trade. That exactly is where the problem is. There's just too much to think about. When people first learn to drive, they get overwhelmed because there's too much to think about, so much is happening, but everyone gets to the point where they just don't think about it anymore. They just get in and drive successfully. They don't need to make decisions, they don't need to think about coordinating their body movements, it just happens. Now we need to get ourselves to the point with trading so it's as automatic as driving. Now here's how this works. Let's say this large circle represents your mind. And let's say this small circle represents your body. We'll run a line right across the center of the mind to separate the conscious mind from the subconscious mind. Now most people think the conscious mind controls their body, when it doesn't. Our body functions from breathing to heartbeat right through to our actions and behaviors are all controlled by our subconscious mind. If we want to do something simple like walk from one end of the room to the other, you don't have to consciously think about it. You don't have to think about controlling each muscle, how much power is required to lift your leg up and push it forward and place it on the floor. You don't have to calculate the weight distribution so you stay balanced. You just consciously have the intention, you write the command on your conscious mind, and your subconscious mind picks it up and then carries it out. And it's our actions that determine our results, such as whether we reach the other end of the room or not. Now I said the conscious mind gathers information, and it gathers this information from our senses. So we look at a chart and we see a pattern on the screen which goes into our conscious mind. Now if we have only a vague idea about what a bad trade and a good trade looks like, we'll have confusion about what to do. And that's because we're trying to work it out consciously by thinking. It's exactly like when people know their times table. They don't work out their times table, they just know it. When you ask them, what's 8 times 8? Bang! They just don't think about it because they're not working it out. They don't go 8, 16, 24. They just come out with the answer. They send the question to their subconscious mind, and like Google, bang, it just brings back a memorized answer. This is what we need to do with trading. We need to get a very clear idea about what a bad trade and what a good trade looks like, so that when we see the picture on the screen, our subconscious mind will let us know instantly and with certainty whether it's a good trade or not. And it lets us know this through feeling. So if I say to you now 1 plus 1 equals 5, you don't need to work that out. You don't need to work out in your conscious mind to see if it's right. Your subconscious mind instantly sends a subtle feeling that that's not right. Then if I say 1 plus 1 equals 2, your subconscious mind sends back a different signal, so you just know that sounds right. Now this is where we need to get with our trading so we can put success on autopilot. So you're asking me, okay Chris, I get it, but how do we install these very clear ideas about what a good and bad trade looks like into our subconscious mind? Well, the answer is simple, and it's repetition of information. Let's take a sound this time. Let's take my name, Chris. And when I was a young boy, I was told that was my name. So I heard that sound and was told that is my name. But I wasn't just told it once. I was told it over and over and over and over again. And every time I was told it, every time it was on my conscious mind, it made an impression on my subconscious mind. And the more times it made an impression, the clearer that idea became that that was my name. To the point where now it's so solid in my subconscious mind, all someone has to do is say the word, and my subconscious mind, which controls my body, turns me towards that sound. It's automatic. I cannot help it. So we need to move this on to how we apply it to trading, so it'll give us this greater degree of certainty when we sit down to trade. Think about a boxer. Does he just decide one day, decides just to become a boxer, and the next day jumps right into the ring with another fighter? Absolutely not. He'd get beaten up badly. So what does he do instead? He trains himself. He trains himself outside the ring in a safe, controlled environment where he can practice. Have you ever seen a boxer in the ring on his own in the gym? And there he is just punching the air. And you think, oh yeah, he's just practicing his punches. But he's not. This is something they call shadow boxing. It's where you vividly imagine your opponent in front of you, and you fight with him as if it were real. It's almost like a mental rehearsal. Now the reason boxers and athletes do this is that they understand there's no way they'll be able to think quickly enough when it comes time to perform for real. They need to have practiced over and over and over again, so when they step into that ring for real, their subconscious mind will know exactly what to do with their body without the boxer having to think about it. But that's what we do with trading. We step into the ring too early and get beaten up. I know I sure did. I got beaten up so badly I didn't trade for 3 years. So to prevent this from happening to us, we need to do some shadow trading. The first thing we need to do is get out of the ring. That means stepping away from the real markets. Now fortunately in trading, there's a whole set of universal chart patterns that we can use, and we can practice with them. And these chart patterns will tell us what is likely to happen next, as long as we can identify them quickly when they appear. So let's take a look at one so you can see what I mean. Like this is the abandoned baby bear pattern, and it's a bearish reversal signal. And you identify this by seeing one green candle in an uptrend with a little small doji candle and then a long red candle afterwards. So the doji is like the little baby in the uptrend, and price is now running away from it as if it's being abandoned. And it means that the indecisive doji in the middle of the uptrend, followed by the strong selling, is a signal that sellers have taken over and price is now likely to go down. And this is a high probability pattern because we've got an initial signal with this indecisive doji and then a long red candle. And there's a lot more of these, ranging from simple to complex. Let's just pretend for 1 second that you had every single one of these patterns crystal clear installed in your subconscious mind, so you'd instantly be able to recognize them when they appeared. You'd never look at charts the same way again. In fact, you'd see charts in a way you'd never seen them before. They would be the same charts, but your subconscious mind would be instantly picking out the patterns and recognizing what they meant. When we were kids, we saw text in a book, we didn't have a clue what it meant. As an adult, you don't even read the words. Your subconscious mind just sees the shapes and bang, it applies the meaning. And what's staggering is that most adults have 50,000 words and their meanings stored in their subconscious mind. Here, we're talking about adding just 57 of these chart patterns to our trading vocabulary. Look, this is the bottom line. Your brain is the most marvelous, miraculous, most inconceivably powerful computer that's ever been created. Your ability to store information in your subconscious mind is absolutely unlimited. Your only task is to decide what to put in it. So use the Forex Brain Trainer for 10 minutes a day and watch in amazement as your perception of what you see on your charts begins to change forever. So start today. The sooner you start using the Forex Brain Trainer, the sooner you'll start rooting these patterns into your subconscious mind, improving your trading success and ultimately your profits. So click the button below. Now you might be asking yourself, well, why me? Well, all the training, all the books and courses that I've ever absorbed on the subject of trading emphasize the importance of psychology as a key factor in success. In fact, many say psychology is 80% of your trading success, and the mechanics is 20% of your trading success. Now they tell you that, and then they proceed to focus almost entirely on the mechanics. The difference here is that Forex Brain Trainer is not meant to teach you the mechanics. It adds on to whatever you're already doing, because it's designed to train your brain so your results improve automatically. Forex Brain Trainer is designed exclusively for the psychology portion of trading. And since we know that's such an important part, it's guaranteed to make a difference whether you're a beginner or an experienced trader. I'll tell you what, use Forex Brain Trainer as instructed for 60 days, and if you're not convinced, get all your money back. No questions asked. So go for it by clicking the button below. I'm 100% certain this will work for you. I wouldn't have spent so much time creating it if I didn't believe in it. Look, I know it's only a matter of time before I get bought out by a Forex training company probably. They will probably then only allow their students to use this as part of their own course, at which point it'll no longer be publicly available like this. Look, you found this product, intuitively you feel it makes sense, are you really going to let it pass you by? When it's so easy to implement, and it could be the turning point for you. So go for it by clicking the button below, and I'll look out for an email from you to me telling me how much difference Forex Brain Trainer has made to your trading.